road side of the track. On your head goes in. He didn't hold them any longer than was necessary, and they're often racing to the last, and it was Summit Trail amongst the first of them to get going. I think it's Winifred up there running second in the early stages of the race from Gold Vein. Vintage Stock behind those. Now Asymmetric is going to track across as well. Armed and Ready posied up towards the inside, a little more than a length. Picasso Bay, Strong Heart. Hey Magic back there in the field as well. On your head around them after settling back from its wide draw. Navy Blue back there in the field as well. British Bessie, Champagne Gal is next to last. Well, it's Summit Trail that leads out towards the riverside of the course, trying to be held down in front by McNaught, 3/4 to a length over Winifred. Then Gold Vein, who's over on the inside third, 3/4 of a length away. Then is Asymmetric. On your head from the back of the field, going around them there with the red and white silks, 3 deep. Vintage Stock is trailing it. Back on the inside next of all is Armed and Ready, and they're being followed around them wider by Navy Blue at the 800. A length and a half to Strong Heart. Then on the inside next of all, Hey Magic between horses, Picasso Bay. Second last is British Bessie, and the tail ender is Champagne Gal as they head by the 550, nearing the home corner. And now McNaught riding along Summit Trail leads the way from Winifred, breathing down its neck. A length and a half off them to Gold Vein, who's had a soft run throughout. In the middle is Asymmetric. On your head, feeling the pinch, and now Vintage Stock is starting to run on well around them, deeper out into the home straight. Winifred grabs Summit Trail, and Vintage Stock making a line of 3 quickly. Further 2 lengths behind them, Gold Vein, Asymmetric, but Vintage Stock had reached the lead. Winifred's going to go with it though at the 100-metre mark, and Winifred, Vintage Stock together. Vintage Stock's on the outside from Winifred. British Bessie's coming late. They went to it. Vintage Stock. It's Vintage Stock narrowly from Winifred. British Bessie made up many lengths to grab third in front of Summit Trail. Asymmetric, Armed and Ready, Gold Vein next home from Picasso Bay, and then Hey Magic followed further back by Champagne Gal and Strong Heart. On your head knocking right up, and Navy Blue the last of them to greet the judge. Number 3, the winner, Vintage Stock, handled by Patrick Carberry in testing conditions to beat off Winifred and the fast finishing British Bessie. Vintage Stock, number 3 for trainer Alan Matthews. The Tavistock mare, she made a move on the point of the home corner. Winifred had done the bullock work up outside Summit Trail, and then locked horns with Vintage Stock, went with it before Vintage Stock got the prevailing bob, and has won by a slender margin from Winifred. Game in defeat, and a big eye catcher by British Bessie first up as well. And Summit Trail weighs in fourth in 152.22. Ahead, a length and a half were the margins, 3, 10, 7 and 8 the numbers. The winner by Tavistock from Philippa Glass by Volksrad. Would have loved those conditions on that pedigree alone. For Louis Urseg, Kay Parker, R. Howen, Mrs. Armuse and Leslie Baker. 38.22. It was a fair old grind of the line. 38.22 the sectional. Trained at Mouchet by Alan Matthews. Patrick Carberry aboard the winning mare. Second placing to Winifred by Blackfriars out of Sister Patricia, Trevor Andrews and Brad Parnham. And third, British Bessie by Dick Turpin from British Version, Alan Kennedy, the rider for trainer Sharon Miller. Numbers confirmed thereafter. The last on the card, the Tab Touch Better Your Bet handicap, which was run in very miserable conditions, to say the least. Torrential rain in the final 3 or 4 minutes before they jumped. And then they were a bit ghost-like out there onto the riverside. So I'm sure that those riders will be very pleased that the day has come to an end on what's been a bit of a test with the strong westerly all afternoon, and then the rain, of course, that followed that late in the day. Let's go down now undercover in the yard as we await the arrival of our winner, Vintage Stock, now returning into the yard with Patrick Carberry aboard, and catch up with Mark Warwood.
Thanks very much, Darren, with the winning trainer here in Alan Matthews. A lot of punters would have jumped off this horse. She took the tongue tie off today. Do you think that was the key?
Not really, no. She hasn't had much luck the last couple of starts. We gave her a little break. She ran third at Nordham, and then last start at Nordham, she never got a crack at them. Started here last Saturday week and didn't do much at all, but a sectionals, like she broke 35 at last 600. They can't go much quicker than that. Did win first up in the wet, but I don't think the wet was a problem today. But look, she's a nice progressive staying type horse. We just haven't been able to get it right with her.
Yeah, she's won over the 12, the 14, now the 1800 metres. What do you think her best trip will be? She's bred to be a stayer.
Oh, definitely. Her half-brother's won a 5,000-metre hurdle at Warrnambool, so, you know, her future is as a stayer. After she raced in the Oaks, we just sort of, she lost a bit of form, and we're thinking maybe she just does want to be a stayer, and we haven't been able to really get to that stage as yet.
She's had 9 starts this preparation now. Does she go again?
Yeah, definitely. She had 3 or 4 starts early on, then we gave her a month off, so it's not like she's had the ball in one prep. She has had a little break in between.
For those punters who've been patient, they got $7.20 on the toe. Congratulations.
Patience is great. Thank you.
Alan Matthews there, the winning trainer. This horse has always shown some ability, but it's been one of those where punters have probably put the cue in the rack a few times.
Yes, tipping a lot of punters would have jumped off today. She has been a pretty hard horse to catch, but she did reward those who stuck with her today. We'll just wait to let Patrick Carberry weigh in following the win in this final event here at Ascot today. Be interesting to get his thoughts on how he felt over the concluding stages there. It was a pretty good tussle with Brad Parnham and Winifred over the concluding stages there, Pat. How are your confidence levels?
Yeah, she got to Brad like she was going to put him away, but she's probably she tries, but she sort of is a bit quite a relaxed sort of mare, and I don't think she was quite as keen as me, but we got the best out of her anyway.
Would that relaxed nature help her get over a bit more ground? Just listening to Alan Matthews then, he seems to think her future is a stayer.
Yeah, definitely. We always have thought that, and you know, she ran a good race in the Oaks. She's listed placed in the lead up to the Oaks, but she sort of, after the Oaks coming back, she just was a bit disappointing, and she probably just wasn't racing well over the winter. So to Alan and the Connections credit, they decided just to give her a month off, and her coat changed and she come back, and at Northam she was very unlucky, her second run back, and last day in a lot stronger race than today. She had a good run but just wasn't up to them, but we were disappointed, but on times it probably wasn't all that bad a run. But, you know, good to see her get back today into a lower grade, and hopefully that'll give her a bit of confidence.
Looking forward to getting back aboard Alpha Sky on Saturday, a horse that you had a sensational preparation with last time in.
Yeah, he's certainly, now he's racing against stronger opposition. He probably has just been a little touch disappointing, but dropping right down in the weights, and he's drawn a reasonable lid, so see how the track's playing on Saturday, but hopefully he can recapture some of his form from last preparation.
Home time now, congratulations.
Thanks, hopefully there's some hot water in the shower.
The team of Alan Matthews and Patrick Carberry win with vintage stock. That wrap